Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gay Goobers. I am Danny. I am welcomed by Ashley and Rexy, who will eventually be playing the game with us. Oh, oh that's not good. Hey, thanks for the luck, Matt Cupid. Good to see you. They we are continuing.
Break in my house, will you? Smart guy. I got trouble for you too, Mr. Fancy Pants. Meaning, first, who gonna pay for my dough?
Hi, James. Yes, Mother the Hutt's door has been broken 13 times this season. Alright, wanna go here. Oh yeah, were you able to add me, Rexy?
No, I think we're both still in the prologue, unfortunately.
Oh shit. Alright, so I'm gonna carry on doing things then. Wait. Wasn't I gonna get a horse or something? The guy was like, oh, horses are short supply, blah blah blah. I can't remember what he said. Right, give me your horse. Give me your horse, sir. Nah. Alright, I guess we're going to foot. This game isn't canon to the books or show. It is not. Which is what we've been saying this entire time. Yes, there are slight references to the show, but it isn't canon. Also, my internet's a bit spotty tonight, so if you start dropping frames, that's why.
Boy, you there. Turn back.
Turn back? I don't want to!
Suck my dick, more like.
Yeah!
What's the problem?
Road's closed. Thorn's orders. Got reports of wildlings between here and Molestown. Too easy to get ambushed in this blizzard.
Hey, look at this! Just beyond here.
I didn't know this.
No exceptions. You can stay at Castle Black till it dies down. And lighten up there. Wildlings don't know their pricks from their fingers. Don't have the brains to push further south. You're all safe.
I'm like level 12, so I'm like quite ahead of you, but I'm
prepare
still in the
for
tutorial.
That's crazy.
It'll be a long walk.
Yeah, I just found out already.
Area found.
I didn't know anything about this.
Oi! Up here!
That's all.
What if I don't want to?
No.
What if I...
Don't know how much more blood I've got to lose.
Well,
Okay.
see ya.
But you can see the next to us.
Just kidding.
Lucky bastard, aren't you?
Gavin,
Oh, don't be jealous.
You know him. Found him bleeding in the snow. Queen's Crown way. Place is crawling with wildlings. Barely got him out alive.
he lives on my lands.
If I were a
There's
rich
wildlings
man.
in Queen's Crown. The watch said
Bitty 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 bum.
Sure as shit didn't cleave his
If I were a rich man, I wouldn't have to worry about food.
And, oi! Good and work to work hard. Yitty, bitty, 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 bum.
his daughter. We grew up together.
If I were a rich man, I wouldn't have to worry about bills or a patriarchy.
Jumped a cart passing through town. I tried to stop him, but like
My leg!
I'd freeze to death till this one found me.
I'll get her out. There's a checkpoint just down there. Get him to
You know the
safety
SpongeBob
and alert the
meme.
watch.
My leg!
Yes.
Aye, I'll get some there. You take this. It's no good with him.
Okay, so, momentum.
First whites, now wildlings. The watch is stretched too thin. They took Lark for a reason. Gotta find out why.
Damn it!
A wildling. They're tracking Gavin.
I know you're here somewhere.
He won't be alone. Best keep
Ooh,
quiet.
crossbow. Left house. Where? I don't see him. Where's the what? Oh, there. Crouch when entering bushes to avoid being seen by
Damned
enemies.
fool! How'd you lose a bleeding man in the snow?
Shut it. Cut his leg clean in half.
Have you seen our
Can't
full?
have gone far
I've
if
watched
he ain't
bits and
dead
pieces
already.
of it.
Aye, but we're not going back till we're sure. The crows could find
Of
out
what?
we know.
There's two of them.
Iron Lung.
If I can get close.
Oh! I thought you went to see it.
No, we did, but we also played the game.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about the movie. I have yet to see Iron Lung.
Oh, crouch.
I don't think it's playing anywhere near me, so I'm going to have to yo-ho that.
No, don't yo-ho it. When it comes out on Blu-ray, I'm gonna buy it and I'll share screen it for you.
Like, unless it comes out on, like, something like Tubi or something, then, like...
Yeah. I have no problem yo-hoing from big companies, but not Markiplier.
That's fair, yeah.
Uh-oh, that was a mistake. Bad dog.
They're agitated. Must have smelled the blood.
Bad boy. Down. Those wolves were not good boys. They attacked me.
No, they were not.
Oh, bunny!
Yeah, that you don't get anything.
Oh yeah, Edge of Sleep is on Tubi if you want to watch Markiplier act in something else.
But I already listened to the podcast.
Oh yeah, but the show's really good. Alright, escape. Select when unable to move during gameplay. Main menu, escape. But I can move! Why is it telling me that when I can move?
Gavin was right.
Okay, I think it's back. Is stream back? Can someone check on Twitch and YouTube and double check? Oh, we're dropping frames like crazy over here. Shit. refresh.
And it's back up on Twitch.
Okay, good. Alright, I think we're back to normal. I don't know why I'm typing. Nothing, because this game requires internet to play. So when my internet went, so did the game. But we're back. Ah, got it. Ooh, chest. Momentum. Projectiles. Basic bolts. Alright. Did you miss a cutscene? You may have, but it was just this area being overrun by wildlings. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out my crossbow. Wasn't seeing the crouch, right? Sneak attack. Okay. So far, so good. One more somewhere. There he is. Oh, it's a she. Alright, I'm gonna wait for her back to turn, and then I'm gonna sneak attack her. Right, and... Hey, remember when our Iron Lung stream took 3 hours? Yes, but we beat it in one sitting. And it's still sitting with a part 1. I think I'm gonna have to make like a one-offs playlist for like full playthroughs. Alright. Now everyone is dead. I guess we need to start searching. She thought that game would take 1 hour. To be fair, a lot of YouTubers did it in 45 minutes, so Josie had the fair assumption now. Alright. Okay, there's a corpse over here.
You also have to remember, though, a lot of YouTubers were cutting shit out, so...
Yeah, that's what I said to James originally, that you have to also account for editing. Oh, why is it saying there's still an enemy over here? Oh, you saw me. excuse me, I'm busy
All things blood frozen in
investigating.
one place.
How
It's not luck, at
rude.
least.
Oh, I saw another one round here. I'm gonna kill him. Come on, turn your back, turn your back. There we go. And sneak attack! No! Asshole! Fuck you, you asshole! Bitch. Alright, investigate.
Come back with your cart, did you? What? You're not that cow's escort, but I'll gut you just the same.
Okay, not gonna lie, I'm getting really into the combat system.
Yes, I know.
It's so, the blood and gore makes it so much fun.
Yes.
And I also really like this like whole stealth thing where you can like sneak up and stab someone in the back all the way through their tummy.
Yes.
So I say, you playing your save or you just watching mine?
Finish it.
I am playing my save.
Be quick about it.
Oh yeah, I found out something
The
yesterday.
peddler, Lark.
Yeah?
I have to replace my John Chunk green screen.
The girl.
Oh, why?
She
Turns
talks
out
too
he's a
much.
fucking racist piece of
She's not
shit.
trying for
And I don't want to
Oh.
depict him on my stream anymore.
What
I feel
home?
kind of ick about it.
Renan's Rest.
I mean, you still got the PewDiePie one.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm gonna replace that too.
Told us all a fine tale about where to find it.
But
Reckon
but
we'll
yes, the
pay
John
a
Chon
visit
one
soon.
has to go.
Where?
In the tower.
I found this out
What's left of
yesterday.
her by now
Turns out he
anyway?
has a lot of like white
Then
nationalist views on
much for
immigrants.
patience.
Ew.
Yeah, like he thinks that like the white person is actually going to get like outpopulated by immigrants.
Ew.
Yeah, it's real gross. I had like no idea. More specifically, the white American. Oh,
Ew.
also he is pro-Trump, which is even worse.
Ew.
Won't last long with this lot. I need to find her.
Like if you needed a reason not to fucking support a stuffed person. Tower! Friend or foe? Friend or foe? Friend or foe? Are you still fun? Yes.
I'm here.
Hello.
Enjoy this.
It's an Ashley. She's been here. She's just kind of here.
This one's mine.
Oh, definitely foes. Definitely foes. Definitely not friendly.
You don't have to ask friend or foe. 9 times out of 10, it's always going to be foe.
Oh yeah.
What have you done to Lark?
You're gonna be put in a room. If you keep playing your cards right, I'm gonna put you in a room for sure. But it ain't gonna be filled with rubber rats. It's gonna be filled with mattresses
Let's
on
go
the
see the girl,
walls.
eh? Must be
Grippy sock vacation?
alone. Wonder how
What?
loud she'll scream.
Grippy sock vacation.
Hear her down here.
Yes. You'll be going to the bouncy house jail.
Does that mean I don't have to pay bills?
No, not you. James is going to bouncy house jail.
No, I'll go to Bouncy House jail if it means I don't gotta pay bills.
No, No, but if you're a bouncy house jail, they'll take your phone, which means I can't talk to you.
Then come with me.
You know what, bet. We can just all go to bouncy house jail together. Or
Yeah!
just the entire...
Yeah, they don't want me in the bounty house jail.
Why not?
They know my dad.
Oh. We could all just
If our
go
group went
as...
to Bounty House Jail, we would probably make everyone need Bounty House Jail.
Oh, did I tell you, Rexy? Len has convinced me to save up for a 3D printer. And has sent me a rather more affordable one, too. Only sitting at like 300.
That's not that bad.
Yeah. So soon I'll be a menace with filaments. Do you mean an insane asylum? Yes. Yes, when we say bouncy house jail, we mean insane asylum. Oh! Women with sword! Everyone knows women can't wield blades. I'm perfect proof of that.
Excuse me?
I mean, I'm perfect proof of that. I fired and I missed.
Okay, but... You know what? I'm over here kicking ass!
Well, yeah, but you're not a woman.
My character is.
I mean, I guess. You're non-binary, but no boobies, because your tits are huge. Oh. Hello.
Master, what are you?
You friendly?
Quiet.
You friendly? No, you are not. God damn it. Do I mean the Asloom? Yes. The Hamasloom.
She tastes nice. Welcome to shit.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Okay.
I'll make her wish she died first.
I don't remember what the dodge button is. Although that's why I'm tanking the hits. I need to look at my keybinds after this. I still won somehow. He's gonna fall over, isn't he? Yep. Bye. Whee! Have a nice trip. Don't forget to send me a postcard. Yay, we unlocked the skill menu. Alright, hi Larky. Level 3, let's go! What level did you say you were at? 12?
You hurt.
12.
Okay.
No, I'm fine. You don't have to be. I said I'm fine.
Where's me rock? I don't know what we're talking
Uncle.
about.
You haven't.
My father, did he?
He's safe.
I don't know what we're talking about.
And I haven't.
And I haven't for a while.
Wait, we have a sound for that. Hang on.
I don't know what we're talking about, and I haven't for a while.
There we go. Alright, hi Larky. Bye Larky. Whee! Can I take full damage?
The wildlings said you
Oh,
told them about
yes.
the
Yes.
Yes.
I asked that mid-fall, by the way, and then hit the ground and was like, oh. What a way to find out, huh?
Can you move?
My legs work, but I'm shaking like a reed.
So, if it hurts when you do that,
go.
well, then don't do that. I love that I just went,
Said you told them
yay!
about Renan's rest.
I'm sorry.
There's no shame in that. Anyone else would have done the same.
You've been gone a long time.
My father,
Dear!
he sent me a letter. Bid me to ride to Castle Black.
And what
Yes,
was
honey?
behind there?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
God damn it, that's my bit!
Hey, Master Merrick will be glad to have you.
And it's honey? Yes, sweetie?
How's father? Is he alright?
He's at Castle Black.
Ooh.
Wounded, but he'll recover.
Gather!
Stupid, brave man.
Wormwood!
We could use more of them.
It's
You gotta learn how to
not,
swallow.
As
it's
has
not
your
worm
father.
nor wood.
The place seems to river with him.
It can be rebuilt.
I hope you're right.
It's okay, we can rebuild! We'll be stronger!
Thank you for coming back for me.
Oh, I'll come for you, alright? Come, let me give you a kiss. Mwah! Oh, hi Caleb! What a time for you to come into my chat. Hello!
Hello, Caleb.
I got Lehorny bonked.
I got a
Sorry, I'm
sunburn.
not trying to talk with my mouth full here.
Renan's Rest.
This place.
I got a
I
sunburn.
get used to it looking like this.
Oh no!
Fields untended.
I got the sunburn yesterday, but today it's kind of stinging a little bit.
Ow! Put aloe
This
vera
illness
on
has
it.
taken
if
more
you
than
have
Owie!
just itself.
I can't reach my back.
Or,
Or
can't
apple
your
cider vinegar.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can't your bestie put aloe vera on it?
Because I'm not gonna ask him.
Yes, James. Living is a sin.
Everything's a sin. Especially our text.
Especially if you're Catholic.
Especially LTX, yes. Here, hot take.
Ironically, I am Catholic.
Hot take, if you don't sin, Jesus died for nothing. Go nuts.
Father,
True.
things are worse.
I was
than you
raised
think.
Catholic though.
Okay, like, you say that and you laugh, but there was literally, like, a Russian cult in, like, the early 1900s who functionally believed if you don't sin, Jesus died for nothing. So they would get together and just have massive orgies.
Will not hold them off long.
I absolutely
What's
love
worse?
that. Just Vlad,
Can
would
I-
you like to come to orgy tonight? Jesus said it's okay.
Yes.
You're certain?
I saw one with my own eyes. It killed Uncle Ken.
Also, so you know that Scottish comic I've been watching,
Yeah?
Daniel Sloss.
Winter
He's
is
an
coming.
atheist who
The Lord of House
really
Tyre
summarized
must
my
provide
views
aid.
about organized religion in the best way
parchment.
possible.
Take it.
And I could not
Or a
relate
cult.
more. Okay. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah?
He says, I respect your right to believe whatever you want to believe. I don't respect what you believe. Like, I respect your right to be objectively wrong in public, but I don't respect what you have to say. Which I think is a perfect, like, you have the right to be wrong. I like it. I respect your right
See,
to...
mine has always been, I don't have anything against religion. I do have a problem with using your religion to be an asshole.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah, exactly. I don't have nothing against religion. I just have against you shoving it down my throat.
Yeah. I'll shove something down your throat.
Because I was raised Catholic for
Ew,
reference.
Danny! It's River!
I mean, there's something else
That's
I
not
wouldn't mind
River.
being shoved
That
down my
was
throat.
Ashley.
Oh, Ashley, sorry!
Alright, I, Marek, House of Tyre, Sworn Banner of Roose Bolton, Lord of Winterfell and Dreadfort, and Warden of the North, being of sound mind and heart, hereby state my intent to recognize Dany.
It's not perverted if I am okay with it.
Yeah. Yes. Look, Ashley has already consented to flirting, therefore it is okay.
Okay.
It's consensual.
It is consensual, it's fine.
That's fine.
I give to this child my remaining estate and possessions at the pleasure of His Grace King Tommen Baratheon. First of his name... Baratheon. First of his name, King of the Andals, and the first man... Yeah, ruler of the Seven Kingdoms and protector of the realm. So now we just live here.
You're gonna hear a lot of names here, and they're not gonna mean anything to you, and that's fine.
They're not gonna mean anything until we all sit down together, the three of us, and watch Game of Thrones.
It's growing worse.
Mm-hmm.
My time has come.
I've been told.
Your brothers are dead. This house survives on your grace.
Wow, what an asshole. Those are your dying words, and now I have to live with the weight of all of this?
As a true child of mine.
What an asshole. You're really putting this responsibility on me? That's a lot of pressure, man.
Decision lightly. I ask no more of you than you deserve.
No one will recognize
Oh,
my
look, I
claim
got a
without
featured
the
tweet on
king's
Twitter
approval.
that says Trump dying. We wish.
I know. That is why that writ must reach King's Landing intact. With the Bolton seal on it.
Oh yeah, Caleb, did you see my cursed Pokemon Evos
Rally
in
support.
DMs the other day?
Throughout the Seven Kingdoms.
I need you to understand my Charizard evolved
Without it,
into a Squirtle, then an
and the
Ivysaur,
realm itself
and then back to a
will
Charizard
follow
again.
in my footsteps. Let them hear what you have seen. They must send aid. May the gods watch over you.
May the gods suck on these nuts.
Not like this.
Exchange.
Level 4! Hooray!
In my stead,
Memento.
it's time you paid her a visit.
With our bodies. She paused.
Go to my study and take the cloak. It has been passed down for generations in my house.
Rest. We'll see to the keep.
I
Cloak!
know you will.
Cloak brand! Lord Commander's cloak. Achievement unlocked fascinating collection. Equip acquired artifact. Each artifact is a powerful object associated with a specific person or event. Equip an artifact to gain powers that will prove useful in combat. Artifacts have lost much of their original power over time, and they can get more powerful by enhancing them with additional materials. Obtain artifacts and other materials in a state artifact expedition headquarters. Cool mount. So I have a horse now?
You have a deer, I think.
Oh. So I'm just gonna ride around on a fucking stag? Bet.
Yes.
Fucking, that's metal as fuck, bro. I love that. Alright. So, can I enhance? Store artifacts by spending a certain amount of materials. Storing decreases the artifact's durability. You can reinforce the lost durability with our artifact reinforcement tools. To obtain duplicate artifacts from the artifact expedition, you can refine the artifact to boost its effects. Artifacts at 100% restoration can be reset, resulting in 100% restored artifacts with complete durability. Okay, I don't have anything that I need to do this, so whatever. But I'm now wearing. Am I wearing it now? Is that it?
I think you have to go into your menu.
I equipped it, but like.
Sorry, I'm in kind of an important battle right now.
Yeah, no, I equipped it. Is this it on my back now? Alright, hello? I have been shared a reel.
I said something.
There's broth in the kitchens. You need rest.
Alright,
No, I need work.
what is this? Let's
There's
have a look.
nothing for you to do. Master Snow, tell the girl there's nothing for her to do.
Master, please.
Locke, see to it your father's brought back as soon as possible.
It's a doggo.
We need him here. Then, do as Mary
Not a
says.
dog.
It's not
You
a
need
dog.
rest.
That looks like a Dalmatian.
Thank you.
Mary, I don't have long.
Yeah,
Father would
that's not
have
a
me ride
Dalmatian?
south. What is the state
The
of
very
affairs?
last one is a dog. Yes, but the most of them are cats.
Oh,
place has been
you
crumbling
said more
for
than
years.
one.
We need food.
I was just looking at the
repairs.
bottom one.
Locke was carrying the supplies we needed.
Oh,
You only just got home. Sir Marek.
Sir Merrick will need you to care for him while I'm gone. We have bigger problems. I need to speak with the other houses.
yay! We finished
Look,
episode 2!
okay.
I'll watch this properly later.
Wildlings are setting fire to the gift. Any further south, and they'll be on our doorstep. With father too sick to fight, he tasked me to protect his lands as his heir. But it'll take more than a name to keep Renan's Rest safe. Wildling raids will be the least of its troubles when the White Walkers cross the wall. The Watch needs more than Renan's Rest can give. It needs the North.
Okay. Travel to the Lost Hearth.
You know what I need to get?
Oh boy.
Does that mean I'm about to do something annoying?
Danny, you know what I
No,
need to
but
get?
you are about to go somewhere that is very significant within the series.
Oh, now what did you say, Ashley?
You know what I need to get?
Laid?
Oh yes. But I was gonna. This is a perfect segue to this. I was thinking a new vibrator.
Oh! Oh. Should get one of those, like, Love Ents ones. That you can, like, remote control.
I mean, I'm not opposed.
Oh yeah, didn't you say I have a deer? Cool mount. Cool
Yes.
mount. How do I do that? Trait tree, enhance, equipment, decorate, character info, shop, achievements, alliance, friends, party, tutorial. How does one cool mount? Oh, it's a battle pass. Press Z. Did you just look it up? Let's see. Enhancement tool selection box. How do I... Or have I not unlocked that yet? Okay, press Z. Hey! Thanks, James! Oh, it is a horse. I guess it might be because I picked a different class. What class did you pick, Rexy?
I picked Assassin, so...
Yeah, I picked Knight, so that might be why.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, that's much better. Oh. Excuse me, I wasn't quite... Wider space needed for riding. Okay. Auto move to destination. Well, that was helpful. I hit a wall. Then again, if my Iron Lung stream has proved anything, it's that I'm very good at hitting walls. Alright, let's try this again. Wow, the auto move is just kind of shit, isn't it? Fuck it. Do this manually. I hit a wall once. Yes, you did, on stream.
I sent you another video.
Yeah, I'll look at these after stream. Wait, activate trait tree. Characters can obtain permanent effects by activating corresponding nodes on the trait tree. Trait tree consists of many nodes. You can gain various effects from activating nodes or trait points. Activate the upper level node, you have to activate its lower level nodes first. Trait points are returned to you when you deactivate a node. Okay. Attack power increase. Okay. Level up an active skill. Complete abandoned camp in the LA something or other. Lost Hearth. Can I like store my horse at a stable? Find Lost Ladders. I also found out that if this was canon, it would take place during season 4. Ah, okay. Alright, can I like tell you to look after my horse? Horse without proper gear is like a knight without armor. Manage mounts. Can I give you armor? No owned reins. No owned saddle. Can I give you a name? Can I name my horsey?
I don't think you can.
No. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. Hang on.
What did you do?
I accidentally banned James. Hang on. Slash unban Blebster001. I accidentally clicked off the window, and that was the button I happened to press.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, James. Ah, shit, dude. Sticky fingers. So I can't give my horsey a name.
Unfortunately.
Oh, that was an accident. I accidentally pressed the button because I'm in windowed mode on my game, and I accidentally clicked off of my game, and that was the button that I pressed when I clicked off my game. I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. Shit. We are! That was an accident, James. That was an accident.
You didn't mean to do it.
No, that's what happens when a ban happens. It deletes all the messages. Unfortunately. That's automatic. When a ban happens. But the ban was accidental. I do apologize. Fuck my sticky fingers, man. Can I restore them? I don't think so. But everything will show from here on out. So you should be okay. I do apologize about that. Luckily, the deleted messages will still be visible in the VODs because of my chat overlay. You know, my little bubbles. So, even though they may be gone from this chat log, they'll still be in the VODs. Yeah, I'm sorry. I will come back next time. So he can't look after my horse. I just gotta, like... how do I get off with the horse again? Is it that button? No. Z? Oh, there we go. Oh, by the way, James, did you want me to bring the PC on Friday so that we can maybe start playing Skywalker Saga? For Fridays.
The extra's not for me. It's for my son. No exception.
Oh wait, it's saying I need to go this way.
Did you see what they're for?
The young... Audience chamber. Alright, we can. There's a new episode of Daredevil Born Again on Wednesday. Oh yeah! That's right! Oh, I totally forgot about that. Wait, but next Saturday is the wedding. Do I really want to bring my computer and then also have the wedding like the day after? That sounds like a lot. I'm actually thinking we do it the following week, actually. Because then we can watch Daredevil and we can catch up on the Nightmind stuff. This Friday. Just, the wedding is happening at, like, 5, and then the after party's going till, like, midnight, so I'm not gonna wanna, like, do the computer stuff, and then also the day after have the wedding. Last Hearth hasn't changed. Let's see, my return wasn't by choice.
I wish I was here under better circumstances. I'm sorry to hear about your husband.
He is alive, at least. Though I believe you deserve sympathies as much as I.
Yes. Father's health is failing. His affliction grows worse by the day.
This is true. He deserves better than to die this way. And with your brothers killed at the Red Wedding.
He called me home to claim the family name.
Dire circumstances indeed. I will tell the maester to send a poultice to your father first thing in the morrow. John would want me to do anything I could for his old friend.
I need your help.
My lady, the men of the Night's Watch need
Give me a second. I am in a very important battle.
Oh no, I
They
was saying
always need a
the
child.
option, the dialogue
can I
option
do
was
for
fine.
Oh!
I return from
Oh, okay.
with grave news. An army of wildlings marches on the wall, driven from their homes by something much worse. The dead rise beyond the wall.
So a White
I've
Walker's
seen
just
it with my own
zombies.
eyes.
Oh.
Steel cannot kill them.
A White Walker's
It
just
can only
basically
help to
zombies.
slow them down.
No, not
You
quite.
must send north anything you can spare. Men, weapons,
They're
anything to help the Watch deal with this army. of
they're
the
like
dead.
I don't quite know how to explain it. They're not quite zombies.
But they are undead. That much is certain.
Yes. They're more like Draugr from God of
My
War.
dear friend,
You've got to remember, I haven't played any of the God of Wars
you will remember.
yet.
House Umber marched south with King Rob's forces.
I'm gonna do the classic God of
We
Wars
lost
for
2,000
throwback
men
at some
in the
point.
campaign. And when
Yes.
the Red Wedding happened,
as soon as I find Volume 1 of the God of
Wrathpath
War
is
collection.
in no position to lose more men.
I have Volume 2 but not Volume 1 because a friend
Ah.
sold it to me
But we have
in
not
like a
forgotten
group
the
of
times when
PS3
family
games
and the Night's Watch have stood.
that he happened to have
House
that he
Umber
wanted to
will
get
not
rid
shirk
of.
its duty to the realm.
Oh, shit.
There are some
So,
fresh
I just
blades
happen
and
to not
halberds
have
from the
Volume 1.
forges. You may take them to the
And I've been
wall.
on the search for it for a while now.
Thank you, my lady. I would stay a while longer, but I must ride on. I must speak to Lord Bolton about presenting my father's writ of legitimization
Lord Bolton?
to the
Troy
king.
Bolton?
It shan't hurt to ask him about
If only.
This could
I'd
be
sooner
the
hang
start
Roose Bolton
of
than ask
something
him for
new. It
He
feels
is
so
Yeah, you're not kidding.
to be
He has a duty to
you.
protect
Oh. I'm not a High School Musical nerd at all. I swear.
Oh, yes.
I guess you could say I gotta get my head in the game.
Danny, I will kill you myself.
Bet on it.
I just want fabulous.
Is that a simple request?
hmm
Does it get
Bigger, better, and best.
Yes. You want a little fabulous? Is that so wrong? We gotta watch those movies now. I fucking love High School Musical.
Yes, we do.
House Sigil! Westeros is home to many houses. You can activate a house sigil obtained through various game modes and obtain different effects. If you obtain additional activated house sigils, you can level that house sigil up. You can obtain momentum by equipping house sigils and advancement boards. Sigils equipped to golden slots provide more momentum. I'm still not quite sure what momentum is.
I'm not either, to be honest.
Fair. The various houses of Westeros have aligned interests. If you equip sigils of houses who are allies, you can obtain even more momentum. If not, you will obtain relatively less momentum. So, what I'm hearing is I'll move faster if people are on my side. I think. I am unsure.
I think yes.
House Sigil, feature unlocked. House Sigil, how do I equip it? Activate all. There we go. Weathered Umber Sigil. Oh yeah, I guess I should look at these other things as well. Okay, so... Oh! Weekly free coin. Gimme. reward copper. What is this? Golden Dragon currency. Reserved for special usage. Is that like the premium currency?
I think so. But you don't ever need that, I think.
It's mainly just for like cosmetics and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, what is this? Give Radiant Edges end reward. Iron ore, hooray! Delete mail. Okay. Skills.
To pay them bills.
I got skills. What are you gonna do about it?
Pay my bills.
Max level. How do I mark this as red? Oh. There we go. Trait tree. Do I have new things? Okay. Oh, do I have a tittle? I do have a tittle. The Unsworn Lord. Alright. Decorate.
That's just like stuff you can put on your clothes, I think.
Ooh. House sigil. Board. There we go. Alright. Artifacts. Can I upgrade this now? Right, research. First acquired claim. Basic artifact wax fabled. Alright. Enhance. Alright. Okay. Back. Alright. Achievements. Claim all. Claim all. Hooray. Tutorial. Oh, there's a lot of shit here. Okay. Just want to clear this. Oh, this is giving me more premium currency.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So looking at all the tutorial stuff gives me money.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think I have cleared out all my... Oh, wait. Guidebook. may have undersold what kind of bath I ride. Hang on. I may have undersold what kind of bath I ride when I said it's a deer. That's not a deer. That's a fucking beast.
That's a beast.
It's a beast. I was nice once. God damn it. Click command again. Move. No, I don't want to move to that area. No. I was. Okay. Right. Daily. Login. Claim. Claim. I'm getting mad copper over here. Alright. Battle Pass. Did I level up? Alright. Level 1. Oh, daily missions. This is it. Okay. Oh, it just gave me XP. Okay. Alright. Estate management. You can now manage your estate from a distance. You can check the status of the buildings of your estate. Grow your estate building to enhance their individual effects. Tavern, Artifact Expedition Headquarters, Manor Management Office, Production Management Office, Trading Post. Building Management. Forge. Upgrade your building to unlock various effects. So we building an entire town? I think so. Okay. Event. Alright. Seven's Gift. Random concoction pouch. Okay. Now, wait. I've got new achievements and new tutorials. There we go. Right. Okay. Steel and bone. Replace.
Nobody's smoking in here.
Visit the blacksmith. Nobody's smoking in here, yet somehow Ashley's a complete smoke show.
Oh no, one of our neighbors is fucking nosy.
Okay, hang on.
Wants to get everybody in trouble for smoking.
This reminds me of No Man's Sky, where
literally nobody's smoking right now.
An entire town to manage, which I named Dirtville. That's
I can't
incredible.
wait to fucking get out of here.
Oh yeah, and where you're going, there won't be any fucking drug people. Either.
Yeah.
Fucking cooking drugs. You can't call your mount here.
It's a brave bastard.
Right, let's go! Woohoo!
Lady,
Oh, I missed my turn.
This ain't right.
I tell you.
A world boss Drogon will appear soon in the crow's nest. Yeah, let's nod and say we did, huh?
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah, we are not ready for
I
that.
don't want to tango with Drogon right now!
Yeah, it sounds like a thing we're definitely not ready for. Also, I wonder if we can ride horses together. Like, dual mount.
You should be able to.
Like, have you...
I don't know
on the same
about
horse
dual
as me?
mounts, but like, we could definitely go riding.
I just want to ride horses with my bestie. Damn it.
But Caspar's managed with what little we have.
Alright. Caspar! Talk.
If you've come for a repair, you'll have to wait.
Why's that?
Why don't you ask that prick Tobas?
I'm asking you.
He took my bellows off me in a game of cards. Payback, I reckon. A nasty pillock.
Payback for what?
There may have been a brawl between us a while ago. In the Frostfield Tavern. And I may have taken a few of his teeth with me for good measure. Don't tell your father.
If you are still streaming in an hour, I will be back. I'm gonna go take a nap.
I'll speak to Tobus. You keep at it.
Oh, he doesn't know
Okay.
I'm your new master.
If you guys are still streaming in an hour, so I will be back.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go take a nap. Bye bye.
Alright. Travel to Frostfield. Let's go get us a blacksmith.
I'm sure a smith of any race would be just fine.
Very good, Rexy.
This ain't right.
You the gamekeeper here?
You're looking for Tobus. Lives right up the hill there. He ain't much for company, but he knows his game.
Where's the blacksmith?
Tried to
Yes!
piss him off
Markiplier
there.
reference.
Temper like a boar's that one.
Where's the blacksmith?
We'll find double ladders throughout Westeros that can be used to reach higher ground. It's a ranged attack to destroy the lock and make these ladders accessible. So I think I have to get off my horse to do that. There we go. The fact I can't use my crossbow on my mount makes me very sad.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, I was gonna see what my dodge button was. was, wasn't I?
I believe. I changed it, so I don't remember.
Follow it. Move, sprint, jump, attack, range attacks, guard, parry, evade and roll, space. Okay, that's a weird button for it to be.
I mean, I don't know.
There's Tobus.
Tobas? Caspar needs his bellows back.
Oh, looky here. The bastard of Renan's Rest knows my name. What an honor. You can tell that shit Caspar his bellows are at the bottom of Long Lake. He can go get them himself if he likes. Aegon's arse, you're a thick bunch, aren't you? The bellows are gone. You want to stoke your fire? Elk bones will do just as well. You'll need some bait. Some fennel, squash, rock mushrooms. Should be plenty around. Hand them to me and I'll make the bait. Long as it gets you out of here.
Fine. Wait here.
What an asshole. Here, take it. Alright. Defeat the elk and take its bones. This is home to menacing animals that survive in harsh wilderness. You can create different baits through the gamekeeper and keep them in each habitat to attract ferocious beasts. Ferocious beasts obtain pelts and materials required to craft equipment. Felt that in my bones, Gromit! Alright, so get off the horsey, put the bait down. There he is! Oh, he's a big bugger, isn't he? Oh, he's a boss. Oh! Shooting him is much easier.
Caspar will be pleased.
Interview for enemies' parts and gauges that can stagger an enemy. When the stagger gauge is depleted by day's damage, the enemy enters a minor hit stun state. However, during certain special patterns, the gauge becomes immune. You've had a good look at my character. That is true. I have. Oh my god, she's pretty.
I know.
I love that we both ended up picking the same hairstyle, I think.
Yeah.
Ah, how'd it go?
Your bellows are gone. We'll have to make do with these. Elk bones.
Oh, that rotten... Still. With this here, there'll be more swords in this keep than you can poke your prick at soon enough. I won't forget this. Anything you need, you come back to me.
Forge level 1, restoration complete. Let's go. Alright, now back to the main quest.
Okay, but I think it's very hilarious. You literally just started the game and somehow we're on the same side quest.
Oh yeah, because I probably started it earlier than you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to learn how the estate management system worked. I'm carrying on with the main quest line now. I was go once. Wow. How does that make any sense? There we go. Rage gain, critical strike rate. Mighty strike damage. Achievements. Claymore. Claymore. Put you in a room, did they? It better not have rats in it.
No!
I've been trying to get him to stop this for weeks, okay? At this point, I just have to lean into it.
No, you don't! You can choose to not be part of the problem.
I've tried not being part of the problem. It didn't work.
You really are thick as a castle wall, aren't you?
Yeah.
Slow as an ox, too.
Yeah. Right, collect weapons at the armory. Also, you still level 12? Is everything okay? Yeah, no, I'm fine. Yeah, Rexy, you still level 12? Rexy!
Yes. Yes, I am. I believe so.
Alright, I'm definitely creeping up. I'm level 6 now.
Oh, I'm level 13 now.
Oh.
I just realized that.
The mount is so helpful, though. I love just riding around on my horsey. I wish I could name him.
I wish you could too.
Oh. I'm gonna sneak up on him.
Why do your lot let the Boltons do as they like? You got a sword, don't you?
Gods. You must be the great
Oh, these aren't enemies. The enemies are actually over there.
The young wolf.
Oh, it's Wolf. Wolfie!
Godspeed, damn.
It's just warm.
I'm here to collect the weapons Lady Umber pledged to the Watch.
About that. Face. Gone.
Gone?
Gone. Someone in a black cloak said he was here for the Night's Watch. Just wanted weapons and such. Clean the whole place out.
Why you got eyes if you can't use them? You can't tell a crow from a rat.
What? Shut up! 'Twas the Black of the Night's Watch!
Could have been the Black of the Dundarians for all you know, idiot.
Could not? Why'd Lord Barrick come all the way up here? Besides, everything looks black in the dark.
Do you know where he went?
Said he was going to the wall. But he went south instead of north.
Any holdfast to the south is under Bolton control.
But the Boltons just moved into Winterfell. Don't know what they want with our weapons.
It ain't the Boltons, you lackwit. Why'd they pretend to be crows? Look, if they're heading further south, they have to go through Long Lake. We got eyes all over the last river, and they'd wear out their knees pulling that old sled they took that far south. My gut tells me they'll have a ship waiting.
You two inform the lady and meet me at the lake. I'll track down the thieves.
Yay! The world boss Drogon has disappeared. Hooray! We did nothing. The war is lost.
We did nothing.
We did nothing. The war is lost. Thanks, Kraken. You're welcome. Did you see what I did there?
Yes.
How do I leave? I want Oot. I want Oot in the boot. This way.
You can set a waypoint and stuff. You know that, right?
I did not know that.
You go into your, so if you hit the escape button, you will go to quests, you can set a waypoint for it, and it'll, like, give you a line to follow.
Waypoint set. Ah, that's what the line is for. It's like a GTA.
And it's also it's a white line on your, like, in the game, but on your mini-map, it's a red line.
Yeah, I see that.
One of their cars. And their disguises. There's barely any snow on it. It can't have gotten far.
Ripped Order disguised as a of the night. Take weapons immediately to Long Lake. Avoid combat, conceal quickly. Helpful.
Looks like that guard was right.
Hey, I'm on King's Road. That's the name of the game. We did it. We got the game to say the thing. Alright, I have to work tomorrow, so good night, and hope you have a good night's rest. Alright, thank you, James. You take care.
Long Lake isn't far now.
Hey. Nobody's smoking in here!
The sled tracks continue towards the lake. Some of them broke off toward that hut.
Must have been while I was at work.
What are they gathering out here for?
Yep, will do. And we, yeah, and I messaged them today.
Be prepared to
about
deal with
that
the
we,
skin wounds. Travel along
got
the
that
waters
place
of Long
from
Lake to
May
avoid the
1st.
eyes of the lost hearth.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay. Bye.
In the name of Lord Roos of the House Bolton, Lord of Winterfell and Warden of the North, I sentence you to death. You again, Ryder. Following me, are you?
Another traitor, is it?
Aye. North's full of traitors, just got to look hard enough. Got an issue with that, do you?
Aye, I do. The North's got no place for the likes of you.
Hoped you'd say that. About time your head found its place on a spike.
Cut off your fingers and feed them to you! Ready for that, you bastard!
Oh, the combat is so satisfying, I swear.
Who are you?
I'm with House Tyre. I'm here for the weapons you stole.
Tyre? Who the shit is Tyre?
Doesn't matter. Hand over the weapons. The real Night's Watch needs them. The dead march beyond the wall, and before them is an army of over 100,000 wildling warriors. You must have seen them too. Some have already scaled the wall and are setting fire to the gift.
Think you need to keep from the Isle. Nothing about no war.
Well, if she keeps knocking on the fucking door and accusing us of shit, I'm gonna call the cops on her and have her charged with harassment.
I know what I saw. Whatever your cause is, the Watch needs these weapons more than you.
Sorry, y'all.
It's alright.
Nosy ass neighbors.
Night's Watch got a comfy castle to hide in and plenty of steel. People of the North got none of that.
Damn war took everything from them.
homes, cattle, husbands, sons. Least they deserves a weapon to defend themselves with. What good's a knight's watch if there's no one left to watch over?
All right, if it's for the good of the North.
Oh, came all this way for nothing, looks like.
I'm just surprised you remembered the way to Long Lake.
Shut up! Or I drown you in it.
Both of you shut your mouth and put your backs into it, you blubbering fools. Shame about those weapons. That was good steel. But we can make more.
They said they'd use them to defend the small folk.
Hear that? That's a real northerner for you. Now what are you standing around for? Get on with it! There's more than bandits to worry about on the roads these
What
days.
did you decide to do
I'll
with
write
the thieves? I'm curious. Did you let them keep the weapons, or did you take them back?
Come on. It's a long way to Winterfell.
Rexy.
I think I let them. I think I took them back.
Yeah, I let them keep them.
See what I have to deal with?
I'm going by
Toss the
fable
jobber
logic,
weapon and it
that
shapes soon
eventually
enough.
I want as
And
many of
North does that
the people on my
Our
side as
Umber knows
possible,
that better than anyone.
so that when I'm
Except
ruling,
perhaps the Night's Watch.
they'll think good
Thank
of
you
me.
again.
Yeah, but there'll also be a lot of people with a written cause to put a knife in your back,
I wish you
too.
luck on your
Yeah.
Won't be
It's
easy
about picking and
convincing
choosing
Lord
the
Bolton
right
to
ones
pledge support to the war.
to do that with.
Yeah.
But I think the thieves protecting the North for the people that can't protect themselves is important.
Man like that's more likely to skin you than listen to you. And the further south you go, the less anyone will care. You'll speak of honor, duty, the ancient oaths. Those words mean little when the threat's a world away. Try telling some lordling in the reach there's an army of the dead marching on the wall. They'll say it's just a tale to frighten children. They'd rather close their eyes than dream of whores, silver, and wine. But I lost my appetite when I saw all those wildlings in the gift. They must be on the run from something.
Set research, new
This
feature
is as far as
unlocked.
we'll go. That's Winterfell down there. Watch the roads. Gods alone know who's got a handful of iron and eyes on your purse. It wouldn't be the first stranger gone missing these days.
Yay! Episode 3 complete!
Last Hearth wasn't ready to believe the news from beyond the wall. Even coming from their former ward. They've got their own problems to deal with. Bolton rule hasn't been kind to the north. Bandits and thieves lurk around every corner, even taking steel promised to the Watch from under the Umber's noses. The small folk are growing tired of their new warden. I'd support them myself, if I didn't know he was the war's best hope for aid.
That's from a Christmas movie. What are you doing, Mom?
Oh, I think I just got the goat. Not the goat, the deer. Is it the greyhorn?
Yes.
Yeah, I just got it. It was from the event. Okay.
No king, but the king in the north.
Help! Help! The bandits are back! Everyone, get inside!
That's all you got. You take me for a fool.
Please, this is all we have. Have mercy.
Your mercy's at the end of this blade. I'll cut off that lion tongue and sell your daughters to the nearest brothel.
Not today, outlaw.
Sounds like you're confused about how this goes. I'll show you.
Thank you, traveller. There's not much I can give you, but...
Is this the way to Winterfell?
Just down the road, up the hill. You can't miss it. Tell me if there's more you wish to discuss.
A Merrick's progeny, aren't you? Spare me a moment.
Apologies for the rude welcome. After the Ironborn attack, it's been nothing but trouble here.
The Ironborn?
They invaded the north, led by Theon Greyjoy. Ned Stark raised him like a son. And now this is how he repays that loyalty. All those Ironborn know is rape and plunder.
Who was that bandit?
Him? That's Boulder, leader of the Dancing Fool Bandits. Used to be some noble, but now he's raiding every village around Winterfell, and no one's stopping him.
Didn't the Ironborn retreat?
They left behind their iron price. Since King Robb Stark's death, that Bolton has taken over Winterfell, and the north is in shambles. The Lord's taxes are so high, we're left with nothing but crumbs. And even those get stolen by the bandits running free.
I'll be on my way.
Thank you for doing a good deed today. May the gods smile on you.
You know my father?
Aye. Fought beside him at the Ruby Ford. Beast of a man. Grown into his image. Name's Donald. Your father's a good man, loyal. The North needs his like now more than ever. Straight to the point. Just like your father. Good. I need someone I can trust. The Boltons are a plague, and they have eyes everywhere. I've a friend in Winterfell who's been gathering information. He's got a man waiting at the ruins by the North Gates. Tell him I sent you. Retrieve his message and bring it back to me.
A ruin near the North Gates. Right under the Boltons' noses. Donnell's man. Dead. Looks like it didn't go easy. Fingernails are missing. He was tortured. No message on him either.
Please! Wolves!
Thank you. Thought for sure I was dead. Never been attacked in these woods before. Something's got them riled up.
See? Told you someone would show up if we waited.
Drop the weapon. We've got questions for you.
Bolton sigils. Figures. Here's Donell's letter. This is bigger than one man's plans. No time to lose. If this squid's exposed, the Boltons would have cause to tighten their grip even more. Squid must be a by-name. Best ask around, quietly. I'm looking for Squid.
Eh? What's a Northman want with squid? I've never seen a squid in my life.
Aye, and if you mean the iron kind, you can piss off right now. Bloody squids from the Iron Islands had the old castle in their slimy hands not long ago. The Lord Ramsay flayed most of them, that is. Good on him, I say.
I'm looking for Squid.
You'll be wanting the kitchens if it's fish you're after. You mean the Marshal? Folks call him Squid behind his back, because he let some of them Ironborn go after Ramsay had his way with them. Told him that had come back to haunt him. He'll be at his desk. Lots of petitioners these days. Name, business.
Donnell sent me. Your man lost his head.
Not here. Follow me. Has Donald gone mad? Sending you here could get us both strung up.
You tell me. He sent me here to fetch your letter. Your man's dead. Tortured. The Boltons send their regards.
God. Dale's closer than I thought. Damn him! Alright, here it is. Either you help me to clean up this mess, or I'll write you up as a Stark loyalist. Trust me, I have the authority to make it stick. Be smart, and we can both walk away from this.
I don't take kindly to threats.
And I don't like making them. But tough times call for tough actions. The Boltons are a scourge. We both know that. There's evidence I need gone, and the captain of the guard, Dale, need him gone too. Bastard's leaving the documents I need at his station out in the open. As bait for me, no doubt.
Not one for tidying, by the looks of it. The Marshal's documents are here somewhere. The Marshal was up to something. Let's see what. Marshal's weapon was used to kill someone close to finding out his secret. No coincidence, I'm sure. Best find the murder weapon. The Marshal's dagger. Now to remove Dale's note from the record. That leaves Dale's report to Lord Bolton. Has to be around here somewhere. Safe place to keep something important, but it needs a key. The guard captain's report. Now Roos will be none the wiser.
Yes.
And how did it go?
Well enough to clean up your mess. Killed a man to cover your tracks. And now it's Dale's turn.
Aye. I'm looking for your help, not your approval. Hand me the evidence. Let's see. Oh, good thing we got this back. The bastard got careless. I damn well told him to burn it. Let's see. Even a blind dog wouldn't fall for this. Let's see. What? The damned fool dropped the knife after the deed. No wonder Dale started waving his prick around.
I did.
Good. We'll turn the tables on him. Plant what we have in Dale's tent. He's set up in the courtyard over there. Once he's done, I'll arrest him for treason.
Minding your own fucking business,
What
compelled.
Bruce does to him after that? Well, that's another matter.
Aye. But after this, we're done. Need to get this into Dale's tent without him knowing.
Shit! I only had two!
That'll do. Best not linger. Better hide before they spot me. Let's not get too close.
Captain Dale, by the authority of Lord Roose Bolton, Warden of the North, you are under arrest for the murder of one of his men.
What? Bullshit! Put your cock away, Marshal.
You've gone far enough trying to hide it. Easy for the captain of the guard to steal evidence, eh? Search his tent.
Aye, it's the missing inquest. And a bloody knife.
Arrest him. Lord Bolton will judge him himself.
You're full of shit, Marshal. Mark my words, this isn't over.
Marshall played his part well. This better be the end of it.
Oi! Where do you think you're going?
I'm here to speak to Lord Bolton. Business of the Watch.
Lord Bolton ain't interested in a war. Piss off back where you came from.
It's for your own good. He don't take kindly to conmen. You know how many sods have come round here wanting to speak to Lord Bolton since we took over from the Starks?
You wouldn't be the first of them to get flayed and put up as a warning.
Stranger! Aldous wants to speak to you at the tavern.
Aldous. He's the big guy over there.
So, what's a well-armed stranger doing in Winterfell?
I'm looking for an audience.
I need an audience with Lord Bolton. There are important matters to discuss.
Well, then it's good you came to me. There's a gang that's been robbing some homesteaders blind, even taking their wives and kids. Lord Bolton don't got men to spare, but that's his taxpayers they're rounding up. Nick back some of their loot, and you'll have your audience by sundown.
Where are they?
There's this kid called Henley. Decent enough lad. Ran into this gang on the road and lost his horse. Could have lost his life too. Now he works as a stable hand to Lord Bolton. He'll tell you where to find him.
Oh, don't think I've seen your face around here.
I'm here on business. Aldous said you know about some local gang.
The Dancing Fools. Seen the camp with my own eyes and live to tell.
Where is this camp of theirs?
I'll mark it on your map. Talk to me again if you need Winterfell too.
Thank you.
Ooh, first dungeon. Alright, what's your username on this?
Give me a second. Oh, that's just to search within your friends list. That's not actually to search people to be friends.
Oh, how do I... Suggested.
I not sure.
Enter a search term to find friends. You sure that's right?
I'm sure.
Hang on. Let's see. Friends is menu friends. You can view the friends as a character menu. Suggested search. Enter player's nickname to find them and send them a friend request. So that is how you do it.
Okay, but that's weird, because when I tried looking for you, it said that character doesn't exist, that player doesn't exist.
Well, yeah, probably because I'd only just finished the prologue. I am now on, like, chapter 4 or 3, so it might... But what's yours? I'll see if I can find you.
I will type it in chat here, so it's not...
Okay. Well, it's gonna show up on stream anyway when I type it in. But okay. Alright. Player doesn't exist, what the fuck?
I know.
Weird. Let me see. Let's go to basic test environment. Maybe are we on like different servers? Maybe.
I don't think we are.
Hang on. Hang on. Automatically based on physical location does not feature a direct in-game method to switch servers. Players are currently locked in their initial region/neighborhood and cannot switch servers or move your character to a different one. What the fuck? The game typically assigns servers at launch based on your IP address. While you cannot change server, you can switch channels often to join the same group as friends. Regional differences. The game is released with separate regions like EU. Well, that's kind of bullshit!
Yeah.
So apparently we're locked into our individual regions and can't play together.
Okay, but what, like, text channel are you on?
That's a good question. Change your using a Novus relocation item in the first few days of gameplay to switch kingdoms. Oh, hang on. Kings...
You can find your text channel by clicking enter and opening the chat.
Okay, it does not feature a direct way to change server region once you start as servers or Alright, chat channel, so you said I press enter, channel 16.
Wonder...
Okay, so apparently I might be able to do it with a VPN. I don't. But that will affect my stream as well, so we might have to say goodbye to this series before it's even begun, because we can't even play together, which is a little annoying. But what we could do is do something like SWTOR at some point, maybe.
Or you could get your fucking final sub up,
yes.
so we could actually do Final Fantasy stuff.
Yeah, that too. Say next week I will see if I can get like a 3-month or something.
You can continue this series on your own if you want, though. Or what we could do is we could have it where you have the thing on my share screen and you watch me play it.
Or that. I'm enjoying the gameplay. Don't get me wrong. I'm just kind of bummed that we can't play it together.
Yeah.
One game I do want to buy for you at some point is Arcade Unchained. So that we can give that a go together, because I think you'd really like Arcade. So the difference between Arcade and Arcade Unchained is Arcade was free to play, but then there was kind of like paid member system, and you'd get a bunch of perks, right? And then they released Arcade Unchained, where you buy the game, but you get all the VIP perks free forever, and it's like a one-off payment. Whereas the other thing was like a subscription. So the other thing was a subscription model. This is a one-off payment. And you'd get all the things that you'd get for the subscription for the one-off payment, which I think is better, personally. So then it's the whole game, and I think you'd really enjoy it. I want to buy it for you, I want to buy it for wife, and I want us to all do it together. I think it would be really fun. Now, question is should I do the dungeon now, or should I next time on Goobers this year?
Next time on Goobers.
Yeah, because I don't know how long this is going to be. And it just did hit midnight. OP. Oppie. What? You good?
Yeah?
Oh! Oppie! Sorry, I didn't see that you sent an image. I just saw the notification come up with a text. So I was like, what in the shit is happening? Alright. As always, everybody, if you're new and you like what you see, don't forget to follow. If you want to support future streams, don't forget to host. And if you're more established on Twitch, you could even give us a raid. On that note, here is our raid call. Here is our sub-raid call. Oh, the bot. Wait, the bot is down. Hang on. Probably because of my internet crapping out before. I hate when this happens. Alright,
You should call this series the Goob of Thrones.
Goob of Thrones.
Yes.
Yes. Goob of Thrones. King Road. No, Goob of Thrones, Gay Road.
Yes.
Also, I made an alliance. I don't know if you saw, I made a Gay Goobers alliance as well. Alright, let's try this again. Raid call. Sub-raid call. And let's go find somebody to raid. Let's see. The Venga boys are coming, and everybody's jumping.
The Venga boys are coming, and everybody's coming.
God damn it, Rexy. You always find a way to catch me off guard. The Venga boys are coming, and everybody's jizzing. Tell you what.
San Francisco.
Is it Intercity Disney? Alright, let's go say hello to my friend Luna, is baby, who is playing Peak.
What, 48 followers now?
Or at least she will be. I think she's
I'm gonna
just
hit
talking,
50 soon,
just chatting
which
right
is
now.
crazy.
It says in her title she's going to be playing Peak, so... See you later, everybody.
See ya!
Oh, this sounds such a bad note. Oh yeah, so we got new headset upgrade. My headphones, they have now been upgraded.
Hello,
my roommate
everybody.
has just moved in.
Hi.
And they decided to.
Oh,
Hi.
we just finished.
Here,